Welcome to Jesus Says It Is Finished, part 77. Today we'll be reading from pages 181 and 182. Nervous Judas Iscariot whispers the question, "Is it I?" Despite loud chatters, he hears, "The one given this piece of bread I dip bears the guilt." This betrayer of the Son of God knows his birth is cursed. Feeling exposed, Judas has a frantic urge to run from my presence. I tell him, "Go, do what you must." He slips away. Preoccupied disciples assume he has urgent business. 11 disciples join the sacrificial lamb in a song of praise as we leave the upper room. Except for an occasional pause, we press on to our favorite place in nature, the Garden of Gethsemane, in the Mount of Olives. On the way, we talk of faithful followers continuing the work of salvation. A flourishing grapevine outlined by a brilliant moon reminds them I am the true vine, empowered by the Holy Spirit. This is the perfect icon for my clinging attachment to the wayward children Father is calling home. We progress toward Gethsemane at a relaxed pace. I am glad for the company of friends. To appreciate the view of a serene Jerusalem, we stop near the garden entrance. Feeling the need to warn disappointed apostles, I tell them, "Tonight I will offend you." Prophecy reads, "I smite the shepherd and scatter his sheep." Our quiet group stands at the gate watching the sky darken. Every disciple notices something is troubling me. These men have no clue about tomorrow. Frustrated, they cannot label my peculiar mood. Sensing an invisible wall is blocking the sustaining light, they detect an eerie fog smothering the air. God's Son can smell the bloody cross of Calvary. My shoulders are slumping from the crushing weight of the world's guilt, the iniquity of fallen humanity. Transference of sin onto me is a repulsive scene for heaven's family to endure. Because my duty is so demoralizing, fear of a shunning from his presence haunts me. I crave Abba's agape love and his holy presence. We share the same revulsion for the effects of evil. When I think of experiencing Father's wrath, frantic sorrow is overwhelming. In the heart of this garden, loyal companions feel a choking darkness encircling me. How I struggle to keep my balance concerns them. Aware my sadness is intensifying, they hesitate to inquire why I seem ready to collapse. Frightened followers who revere me can hear daunting groans. Because walking takes grueling effort, it looks as if I am carrying a massive burden. Though breathing is difficult, I ignore anxious pleas for me to rest. 8 companions do as I ask and remain by the garden's entrance. Realizing my request is absolute, they promise to pray. Peter, James, and John recognize a weak motion and follow without question. Puzzled, the others speculate why the same 3 join me in a secluded part of the garden. These close friends had the privilege of seeing God's glory on the mountain of transfiguration. That they will stand by me to the end is my hope. Tonight, I am facing the worst hour of temptation. Using my divine power for self is unacceptable. So to stay strong, I need prayer warriors. Time spent together on Mount Olive made it a refreshing haven. Faithful disciples usually slept near enough to hear my voice. Confident the gentle-handed teacher will awaken them to another day of labor, they sleep in peace. Loyal ministers of the word must overcome temptations the devil concocts to torture souls. Tonight, he will exercise his power over my disciples. The Son of God cannot allow them to witness the intense agony I am suffering. With a backward glance, I ask Peter, James, and John to pray. I walk on alone to talk with Abba. A veil of eerie darkness is my camouflage. To watch me suffer hurts them. My earthly hourglass is near empty. Tomorrow I will hang on a cross. Separation from Father is unbearable. I stretch out face to the ground in mental anguish. The gap grows so deep and dark between us, My soul trembles. Even with a suffocating heartache, my power to escape Satan's grip is off limits. Both 100% human and divine, the sinner's substitute vows to endure God's wrath.